Hey, what is up you guys? My name is Catherine. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I do post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Today, I'm really excited. I'm going to be reviewing some brand new products at the drugstore. As you guys know, I love me some drugstore makeup. I actually got this makeup for free, which is really exciting for me since I'm such a small channel. I signed up for the app Influencer lately, and a week after signing up, I qualified to receive some new Covergirl products. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and demo of the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer, the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Powder, and the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Glow Highlighter. So these are the only products that I got sent from the collection. There are more products in this collection. However, I took a look at the drugstore and nothing really struck my fancy particularly, so I didn't want to pick anything else up. But if you want to learn more about these three products, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to start out by talking about and applying the concealer today. CoverGirl's website says, finally, there is a soft brush concealer pen that glides on smoothly and improves skin's texture. CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer Pen contains vitamin infused formula which brightens your complexion for a fresh, healthy look. This full coverage concealer pen is available in multiple shades from fair to deep. And side note, or I guess not really a side note, the shade range looks not good at all. There's only 6 shades, and although they say they range from fair to deep, like here, I don't know if you can see that, like, doesn't look good at all. You get 0.1 fluid ounces of product in here, which is the least out of all of my drugstore concealers, not by a whole lot. But just to give you a clue, my LA Girl Pro Conceal is 0.28 ounces, the Maybelline Fit Me is 0.23 ounces, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define and the Colourpop No Filter Concealer are both 0.11 ounces, I believe. Actually, no, this one is 0.14 ounces and the Makeup Revolution one is 0.11 ounces. This does allegedly retail for $9. I've seen it for $9 on Target's website and Walmart's website. At my CVS, it retails for $12. So it is pretty expensive for the drugstore. It says on the container with vitamins E, B3, and B5. So I went ahead and looked up what those vitamins actually do. Vitamins E and B3 are both vitamins that are supposed to help like reduce sun damage and reduce the appearance of wrinkles over time. So this sounds like it could be something that would help your skin over time if you did really like this concealer and wore it a lot. And vitamin B5 is a vitamin that helps moisturize your skin, and I have actually used skin serums with vitamins B5 in them before, and I really like them. So it sounds like this is going to be a good concealer for dry skin, and I'm excited to try it out. It has this little twisty thingy, and I can't even tell if I'm twisting it right. Oh, it's finally coming out. Okay, I do already have my foundation on. I'm wearing the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation because I like to use lighter coverage foundations when I'm doing concealer reviews. So a lot came out of this. It has the brush tip like the LA Girl Pro Conceal one. Just gonna put this under my eyes. This actually is way thicker than I was expecting. Oh, they did send me the shade Fair, and the shade looks like it might be a little yellow for me. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this to carve out my brows as well. Alright, I'm gonna blend out this side of my face, this side of my face with a Dampen Beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques sponge. And I'm gonna blend out the other side of my face with a brush. But blend it out decently. Okay, I don't like how this is blending out with a brush at all. This is my favorite foundation brush, which is a Morphe flat top brush that came in their holiday collection. So I'm just going to go back in with the sponge because that was blending out really weirdly. Okay, so this is one layer of concealer on my eyes. I don't think I support the claim that this is full coverage just because I do have a lot of my under eye circles peeking through. Unfortunately, I don't have any really like prominent blemishes on my face today that we can test out the coverage over those. This shade, again, is a little bit too yellow for me, but I actually think it's working in my favor because that yellow does help cancel out a little bit of my blemishes. Before I go ahead and set this, I'm just going to see if this is buildable at all and go on in with a second layer. I'm not using as much product in the first layer because I don't want to waste it and I don't want to end up cakey. I really like the brush applicator. That's like my favorite thing about the LA Girl Pro Conceal. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if it is just because of the brush, but the texture of this does remind me a bit of that as well, just because it's really creamy. But I would say that this is more of a medium coverage, whereas the LA Girl Pro Conceal is definitely full coverage. I think that really did build up quite nicely. I think this built up to be more full coverage, though I can't again really judge that well since I don't have it in like blemishes and I can't tell if the yellow is what's really hiding my dark circles or if it's the concealer itself, but I'm pretty happy with how my under eye circles look now. I do have the Covergirl powder to try out, however, since I want to give the concealer a fair chance and I don't want to really mix two products together like that I've never used before, I'm just going to set my under eye how I normally set it using my e.l.f. HD loose powder and a sponge, and then I'll use the powder on the rest of my face from Covergirl. That looks like it's set fine. I'm not going to be able to test how much this creases until I've had it on for a few hours. Now I'm going to set my face with the Vitalist Healthy Glow Powder. They sent me the shade Classic Ivory. This is what it looks like, and it has this little compact in a sponge thingy, which I'm not even going to bother with the sponge. It literally just feels like any disposable sponge that you could get. Since I don't really set my whole face very often, and I haven't used a pressed powder in so long, I'm not really sure what brush is going to be best for this. I'm going to use this Morphe brush. I don't know how much product to use. Ooh, I do not like this shade. I don't like this shade at all. I can't keep this on my face. I'm going to try to brighten this up with Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. I'm going to use this different Morphe powder brush because I don't want that other product all over my face. Okay, so I just realized I forgot to read the claims. This is definitely a no from me, but I am still going to go ahead and read the website claims. At last, there is a setting powder with built-in hydration and lightweight formula that reduces shine for natural-looking, flawless skin. Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Powder delivers moisture and diffuses the look of imperfections without ever looking cakey. Okay, I couldn't really figure that out just because the shade was so wrong for me. And there again are only 4 shades in this. I don't know what Covergirl was doing with this collection because their Vitalist Healthy Foundation has a lot of shades, so I don't get the point of releasing a collection with a horrible shade range. And this powder retails for $12 for 0.3 ounces of product. Maybe if you're someone with more yellow skin or like a little bit darker than me, this would work for you, but this is the lightest shade and it was awful on me. I'm gonna pass that along to someone else. Now going in with the highlighter, this is the Vitalist Healthy Glow Highlighter. I'm going to read the claims on this one before I forget. Highlight, contour, and illuminate your most beautiful features with Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Glow Highlighter. With 3 silky, intensely luminous shades, this shimmering glow highlighter helps skin look naturally radiant. This product is available in multiple hues. Okay, so it says 3 shades, but then on their website there's clearly 6 options, so I don't get what the deal with that is. and this also retails for $12. Some of these things might be cheaper depending on your location, but I went in and checked my drugstore and that's what the prices were. So it comes in this little thing. You get 0.23 ounces of product, and it really just looks like an eyeshadow thing. This sort of reminds me of the Colourpop highlighters just because it has this like really creamy texture to it. I'm actually going to go ahead and swatch this alongside a couple of my Colourpop highlighters. Okay, so this is the Covergirl Healthy Glow highlighter. They sent me the shade Sunbeam. This is the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in Stole the Show, and this is the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in Flexitarian. This does feel a lot more wet than the Colourpop highlighters, and you actually do get more product than the Colourpop highlighters. Even though based off of the containers it looks like you get less product, you actually get 0.07 more ounces of product. Okay, this blends out pretty well. It's not lifting my foundation or anything. I kind of wish it would like blend side to side a little better, but it doesn't just straight up look like a stripe. Okay, I think this is a really pretty highlighter. I tend to not wear more gold toned highlighters in the winter. I really only wear them in the summer, but I actually really like how this looks. It has this really nice sheen to it. It was very buildable, so whether you're someone who likes a more subtle highlight or a more intense highlight, you'd probably be able to make this work for you. I did find it got a little clumpy when I tried to blend it out with the Real Technique sponge, so just a note on that. Last thing with this is if you're someone who likes to layer highlighters, which I know I am, I'm just going to see how this works with other powder highlighters. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Mega Glow in Blossom Glow and see how nicely this layers over top. I'm going to use this Morphe brush that I use for highlighting a lot, because I want to just know, like, does it get clumpy? Does it show a lot of texture? Okay, I think this layered beautifully. There's no like patchiness or anything to it. So if you are someone who likes to layer highlighters, this would work for you. One a little too intense on the nose. Don't love how it's looking on this side just because of the sponge. But I'm going to go finish up the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back to give you my thoughts on these products. Alright you guys, I am back. It is time for my final thoughts. So I'm just going to go in the order that I tried them out. First of all, the concealer. I do really like this formula. It doesn't feel like it's going to crease on me. I'm not someone who likes super full coverage, so while I don't think that this follows up with the claim that this is a full coverage concealer, I do really like the coverage of it. As someone with dry skin, it works really well on me. However, I don't think that I'm going to repurchase this once I use it up, just because for the price and the amount of product that you get, I think there are other products that are comparable or can perform a little better than this. For example, I do think that this is super similar to the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, and not just because of the brush tip. This is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer, and this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. This is the shade Fair and this is the shade Porcelain. So as you guys can tell, they both have that similar like really creamy but almost, I don't want to say chunky because that sounds kind of gross, but like they feel really thick. There we go. I'm not sure that I would really recommend this to someone. However, if you're someone who liked the feel of this LA Girl concealer but didn't love the full coverage of it, you might think it's worth a try to give the Covergirl concealer a try. powder didn't work for me. This could be the greatest powder in the world, but there's not a shade that works for me, so I'm just not going to talk about it, and I don't think there's a shade that really works for anyone, given that there's only 4 shades. Highlighter. I really like this highlighter. I honestly, like, you get a lot more product in this than you get in a Colourpop highlighter, so while these are about $4 more, I think the amount of product that you get makes up for it. I think these blended out into my cheeks beautifully, powder layered over it beautifully. Like, my highlight looks amazing right now. I don't think that there is a liquid highlight at the drugstore that's like this, not liquid, but a cream highlight like this at the drugstore, so I think this is a great addition to the drugstore. If you're gonna get one thing from the products I reviewed, I would definitely recommend this. It comes in a lot of shades that will flatter any skin tone, so this might actually be worth it. Plus you can also get coupons at the drugstore a lot, so this could end up being pretty cheap. Alright, that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my first ever influencer review. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and as always, leave me a comment down below letting me know what drugstore products you'd like me to try out. Always looking to try new drugstore makeup and help you guys out with reviews and whatnot. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye!